Girlfriend asks for an open relationship, and it looks like she's already got another guy on standby, ready to go. We have been dating for 1 year now. This happened 2 days ago. We were sitting on the couch watching a movie when she turns and asks if I would be comfortable with us opening up our relationship. Immediately, I feel my heart rate rise significantly. She talks about how she wants to have different sexual experiences and doesn't want to turn 50 and regret not at least trying these sorts of things. She also keeps saying that she loves me and that she wants to spend her life with me. I voiced my extreme discomfort with the idea of us going to other people for sex. I asked her if she had anyone in mind and if they had brought all of this about. She said no, but I could tell something wasn't right. I kept pushing and she finally says that she has a crush on Boss and if we were to try this, she would have sex with him. Immediately, I start feeling lightheaded. She can see this has clearly affected me badly and starts backpedaling, saying that it was just an idea. It's not really a crush and that he's just the first person who came to mind. It then hits me. I've met this guy before and I've met his wife. So, I ask why she seems so sure that she would have sex with him given he's married. She says that he has flirted with her a bit. I asked if they are messaging outside of work and she said yes. I asked to see the texts and she seemed hesitant but eventually said yes. I start scrolling and she starts getting visibly scared and tries to stop me from reading. I then see why. She already has had this conversation with him, asking if he would be interested in having sex with her as part of our open relationship that I wasn't even aware at the time she wanted at the time. He said absolutely and has been trying to organize a time for them. She even agreed to use our apartment. All of a sudden, the overwhelming urge to throw up hit me and I left the room. Once I finished throwing up, she comes in and says it was a stupid idea and she'll forget about it. I tried to explain that my issue is with her planning it before asking me, and we get into a massive fight. She is refusing to understand where I'm coming from, and this whole thing has completely destroyed me. Whenever she's at work, I'm filled with anxiety, and now she's just trying to act like the whole thing never happened. I've asked her if she is still in contact with her boss, and she says that she is and that they are friends, and she has explained to him that the open relationship isn't going ahead. Even still, I've asked to look at the messages, and she refuses to show me. I can't seem to think straight anymore. I love her, and now when I look at her, all I can do is think about how she probably would rather be with her boss. What can I do to overcome this? Any advice is greatly appreciated. Update. I've read the comments so far and I know you are all right. This relationship is over. I have decided to break up with her when she gets home from work. I am going to stay at my brother's place till I can line up a new apartment to rent. I appreciate the tough love. I definitely needed it. Thank you all for your comments. Update 2. I again want to say thank you to everyone who commented or reached out privately with support or advice. Things got wild. As I write this, I am literally shaking. I am hoping that writing this out will help me calm down a little. So, here's what happened. I waited for my girlfriend to come home from work. She came home and I acted like nothing was wrong. I had read a comment in the post that suggested I get proof before the breakup to send to the wife of her boss. So, I waited for my girlfriend to get in the shower and grabbed her phone. I had already braced myself. I expected to find flirting nudes and worst-case scenario that they were sleeping together. What I found was so much worse. Honestly, might be one of the most vile, abhorrent things I've come across in real life. They together had come up with a plan to convince me to agree to the open relationship. I am going to give you the basic premise here. 1. Invite her friends, join her and I at a bar and have some drinks. 2. Make sure her friend Mary is there. Mary told my girlfriend that a couple of months ago that she had developed feelings for me. 3. Essentially feed Mary and I drinks until neither of us can see straight. 4. Throw us at each other in the hopes we'll end up sleeping together, therefore cheating. 5. I'll have to accept an open relationship if I want to stay with my girlfriend. 6. She can then, in her own words, I can F him, me, at home and fool around with you, her boss, in our lunch breaks. I felt lightheaded again. I grabbed the most incriminating screenshots I could and sent them to myself. I then put her phone back and waited for her to finish her shower. I sat her down and explained that we would be breaking up and I was going to stay with my brother for a bit. She started crying and I told her to not bother. I explained I knew her plan and she tried to tell me that it was all just a mistake, that we could make it work. I just ended up leaving. My brother picked me up and we went to his house. I've sent the messages to boss's wife, and she just replied with, "I had my suspicions." I feel awful for her. I also told Mary I felt she had a right to know what was going on. She called me crying, asking if this was some sort of elaborate joke she didn't understand. I explained everything, and she told me she was so ashamed of her feelings for me. She felt like she was betraying her friend. She is furious now and is going to confront her. I'm glad. I really appreciate all the supports here. It's nice to read some encouraging messages in a tough time. I'm going to try and get some sleep. I'm effing exhausted. I hope everyone has an amazing day.